All right, Shalom. We're the brothers coming at you from GMS Camp Atlanta. And first and foremost, we want to give all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And we're going to get at you with another lesson. And we're going to entitle this, Be Not of the Flesh, but of the Spirit. You know? And without further ado, let's get into it.
This is 1 John chapter 2 verse 15. It says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him."
You can continue.
Verse 16, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but of the world." 17, "And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever."
And there it is right there, you know. Don't be carnal, don't be of the world. Because in order to be of the world, you got to be carnal. You got to be of the flesh. And that's what that was just basically telling you what's being of the world is, you know. Being of the flesh and the lust of the eyes, you know. You seeing the money, you seeing these bitches out here, you know. You being carnal, man. Because at the end of the day, those things are not going to give you salvation, you know. And it says at verse 17, it says, "And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever." And what's the will of the Most High? You know, that's life. You know, doing this work brings you life. It gives you hope, man. And that's what we should be focused on, not the things of the world. You got something to say?
Nah.
And I'm going to look up, I have the definition of world. So give me a minute.
Yeah, why you grab that? Because that's all this world teaches you, man. Carnality. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that's the heavy vibration that this world pushes out, man. Everything carnal. Okay. There's very little or little to none spiritual things, man, that are being taught in this world. All right. So the scripture said, be ye not of this world. All right. Which is, you know, carnality. All right.
And I got it right here, which of course it means cosmos. I'm in the blue letter, and I'm gonna go down. It says the ungodly multitude, the whole mass of man, alienated from the Most High, and therefore hostile to the cause of Hamashiach. So you alienated, man. You know, you strange.
Which words that you looking up?
World.
World. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The world of niggas. You know, that folly.
Mm-hmm.
You alienated, man. The Lord don't know you.
Yeah, you far from him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're a stranger into the Most High.
I got that word carnal because I heard you speak on it.
Yeah.
It says physical, human, mortal, and salat. Before I go deep into it, you know, I'm on the online etymology right now. But the word carnal, it means physical, human, mortal. Then it says fleshly, of the flesh, flesh meat, flesh, a piece of flesh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're in right now. You know, that's what the scripture's going into. It says 1 John 2 and 16, "For all is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but of the world," man. That's basically you being carnal, man. So whatever you see, whatever you're doing, man, don't do it. Because that's the worldly act, man. You should always be in a holy conversation. You know, be of the spirit. You know, just try your best. You know, just think of spiritual things, man. Meditate on this word day and night. You know, the will of the Most High is to labor in His name, Yahweh Shema Shah, and this is what brings you life. You know, can you get that Job 33 and 4? You know, this is that living water. You know, if you have the living water flowing through you, you know you're not thinking of the carnal things, man.
33 and 4.
Kind.
This is Job chapter 33 verse 4. It says, "The Spirit of the Most High have made me, and the breath of the Almighty have given me life."
Yeah, man. This is that breath. You know, this is that life.
Yeah.
You know, us working for our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying our best not to be in the flesh, not to be carnal. You know, and of course His hopeful elect is gonna always be spiritual minded. You know, so we got to think about the spiritual things, man. You know, don't be worried about no guns. and robbing niggas. None of that nigga shit, man. You know, none of those evil ways, man. Just keep your eye on the prize, which is the kingdom of heaven, man, and your salvation and your crown. And you got it, bro.
Con, you want me to continue? That was it in Job.
Yeah, that was it in Job.
Yeah. And, like the brother's saying, everything that he's saying is spot on, man. You got to seek out these spiritual things, man, because carnality will get you nowhere, okay? And the scriptures that we have lined up, all right, are going to go more into depth about, the results of being carnal, all right, as opposed to being spiritual, man. Because, the flesh profiteth nothing, okay? You're not going to get anywhere with that carnal mindset, okay? Because Jake like to, store up guns. They think they're gonna beat Esau with his own blessing. Carnal shit like this, shit that just don't even make no kind of sense. How are you gonna beat a man with his own blessing? Esau was blessed with the sword. So all you niggas stop piling weapons, okay, and don't have any faith in the Most High that He's gonna bring you out of Jacob's trouble. You got food all in the goddamn pantry, stored up and shit. If the spirit sees it fit, man, your shit'll get ransacked in the first couple of minutes, man. Your ass out there starving, cause that's being carnal, man.
Mm-hmm. And here it is. I saw the So I didn't mean to cut you off.
You good?
I saw one of the apostle videos. He was going into like Esau's technology, the military, the space, military and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they have like a little big ass laser thing. They can just switch the switch on y'all niggas.
Right.
And y'all gonna be blown into smithereens.
Yeah,
y'all gonna melt away, man.
Niggas don't think about that. Esau got a million goddamn trinkets, man, up his sleeve that you niggas do not even consider because you so goddamn carnal.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah.
And I have a quick one right here.
Go
this
ahead,
is 1 Corinthians 3:18. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world,
right,
let him become a fool that they may be wise,
Yeah, that's you niggas with degrees and PhDs and all kind of accolades of this world.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is carnal.
Think of y'all the shit.
Yeah.
I know to shoot a gun, man. What these cuz gonna do to me, man?
I went to gun school.
Yeah, I got rice in the pantry.
Yeah.
And you ain't wise, bro. You a fool. And then verse 19, for the wisdom of this world is foolish with the Most High, for it is written, He taketh the wise and their own craftiness, man.
Mm-hmm.
So anything you believe you think you got it, if you think you know it all, nigga, you don't.
Right.
Because you're not spiritual.
Yeah, it say He take them in His own craftiness, the same way, because the scriptures also say you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So the same way, you trusting in these carnal things, the way you're gonna be taken out of here, man.
Yeah, kind.
It say take of in His own craftiness.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That was the only precept.
Yeah, that was it on
that.
That
was in it? Okay.
Yeah.
Kind. You want to bring out that Romans for you?
Yeah, kind.
Or you want to hold that?
You can bring it out.
Kind. This is Romans chapter 8. And I'll start at 13. It says, for if ye live, and you can break it down now.
Kind.
For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live.
And there it is right there. What's the body? The body of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, the spiritual body.
Mm-hmm.
For example, we could be going to camp, in Atlanta, and they could, and the San Francisco camp could be talking about the same thing.
Yep.
Because we're like-minded. We're in the body of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, We're lifting up Esau's skirt.
That happens all the time too.
Kind.
We'll be, bringing out a certain point at camp. Then we'll look at other brothers from in other cities. The apostles and the elders of GMS. And we be spot on. We be talking about, darn near the same thing at camp, man.
Kind, man. You do the ordinance of the Most High, which is the will of the Most High. Because there is no free will. It's only one way, man. Either the way of Yahweh Shem Yahushua or death. You're not doing this work. That means you're carnal. Which is what? Death.
Yeah.
We just read it. You can continue on what you got.
So like it was a point I wanted to make. Let me see if I can get. It says, I'll reread 13. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. And that's what I was saying, man. You know, all this carnality, you know, is ultimately going, you know, send you to your demise. Okay, it's gonna be the death for you. But if ye through the Spirit mortify the deeds of the body, all right, and let me see what that word mortify. I believe it means to like. So like.
Go on, you good.
Let's see.
Come on. It's all good.
Mortify. It says to put to death, to make or to die by death. Yeah. So the scriptures say if you mortify, you know, that fleshly urge, like you know, get rid of it. All right. It says, but if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. All right. There's putting off that old man, so to speak, that carnality. If you mortify those deeds of the body, ye shall live. Verse 14, for as many are led by the Spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of the Most High. 15, for ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereabout we cry, Abba, Father. Verse, is this where I'm at? Salaki. That was pretty much it on that point. Yeah, go ahead. You had some.
I got something else too. This is Proverbs 13, and I'm gonna start at 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. Verse 14, the law of the wise is a foundation of life, to depart from the snares of death, man. So when you stay spiritual, when you in this thing for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and that's life, man. You know, the only way you could really die is to be carnal, man, to be fleshly, to not believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because he deal on things spiritually, you know, not in his flesh, man. That's why he continuously say, you know, don't be of this world, Salah. You know, be ye not of this world.
I got something real quick.
Come.
Actually, that was Romans 8:4. It says that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Yeah, and there it is right there, man. Right. You know, to stay grounded in this thing, man. Continuously to be spiritual. You know, don't be carnal. Don't be two-faced. Don't doubt. Don't be out there robbing niggas or worrying about his nigga bitch and all this other shit, man. The money, because it really ain't worth it, man. You know, Yahweh Shema Shai have something greater for us. You know, the kingdom of heaven, and to be with Yahweh Shai and to see the glorious things he has for us, man. That's a real blessing. That's an honor too. Yeah. You know. This is you got anything to say?
I had a little bit more on that.
All right, you continue.
It's for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. And it says, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. Hey, and that's pretty clear cut, man, straight to the point. It's impossible to please the Most High with carnality, man. Because, you know, the scriptures also say, you know, the weapons are by warfare are not carnal. You know, I quoted it, but if you had it, you can bring it out or bring out whatever you got.
I got the definition spiritual.
Yep.
This once again the online etymology, and it says of or concerning the spirit, pertaining to breath, breathing wind or air
Mm-hmm.
pertaining to the spirit.
Yep.
And that's what we was going into, man.
Right.
You know, when I brought up that precept, man, this the breath.
Yep.
You know, the living water flows within us, man. Through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's to be spiritual. He deals with the spirit, man. Because once we was all dead, you know, in that congregation of the dead, and in order to be dead, you got to be carnal.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas are dead. You know, yeah, you got your little degrees, things of that nature, but you're dead in Yahweh Shem Yahushua's eyes. You know, you might worry about money. You might got a lot of money. Always worrying about this and that of the world. In this world, you're dead. You know. But the ones who got that life are the ones who standing out there on the highways and byways every Saturday or throughout the week, you know, prophesying the downfall of this place, man.
Yep.
You know, those are the ones who got the life and the breath. You know, the men that Yahweh Shem was set up above us. You know, and us too. You know, us prophesying, us doing these lessons, us getting together. That's life. You know, because we actually showing you the brotherhood, and we actually showing you Yahweh Shem in us. You know, that light. And I got one more. This is Proverbs 14 and verse 24. Mm-hmm. The crown of the wise is their riches, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Let's see. Salat. This is Proverbs 14 and 27. The fear of the Lord is a foundation of life, to depart from the snares of death, man. And we just read what is death, you know, to be carnal at the end of the day. You know?
Matter of fact, y'all read it. For to be carnally minded is death. And what that scripture just say, to link it up perfectly?
It says, the fear of the Lord is a foundation of life, to depart away from the snares of death, man.
Right. It said the foundation of life. And the second part of that verse says, to be spiritual is life and peace. And that's pretty spot on, man. You know, that scripture lines up perfectly with what it says right here in Romans, the 8th chapter.
Because we've seen examples. People in GMS, as soon as they get carnal, they get kicked out, they get cussed out, they never come back. Something bad end up happening to them. They're going through hell now. Because they decided to be carnal, man, which is death.
Yep.
You know, stay in this thing and be a man. You know, if you get rebuked, you know, just man up. Thank the water, because that brother's showing you real love, man. You know, that's being spiritual right there in itself. You know, always deal spiritually, man.
Yep.
Don't be carnal, which is death.
Yep.
You know,
physical and spiritual death.
Yep.
Because the spirit can be taken away from you as well, man, for being carnal. All right, and you can also be put to death for being carnal. So it's you know, it's manifold.
Yep.
All right.
Anything else you got?
Nah, I ain't have nothing else.
Well, me neither.
Nope.
Let's see.
Because I quoted that one other scripture.
Did you bring out Romans 12 yet?
12.
We can end it off on that one. On that.
What you had in 12?
You can go verse 1, verse 2.
Romans 12 and 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice. Don't you want it? Okay. Wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. Verse 2. And be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, Salaki, and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
There it is, what's that transforming of your mind? That's the spirit. Because we all know the mind is the spirit, you know, renewing of the mind. And who's actually doing that? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because he deals spiritually, you know. Then it says at the top, you know, be ye not conformed to this world. Once again, being carnal is death. You being conformed to this world is death. Because the world itself is actually going to pass away anyway. And you're going to pass away along with it, nigga. You know? And that was it on that, you know?
Yeah. So, hey, as we keep reiterating, man, be spiritual. Don't be carnal. You know, being carnal profit is nothing. Okay? You're not going to gain anything by being carnal in this thing. the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. This is a spiritual warfare, as it says in Ephesians 6:6 and 10. That we wrestle not against flesh, but principalities. Okay, that's ultimately talking about Esau. Okay, but that's applied to your day to day too. This is a spiritual fight that we're in, and I roughly paraphrased it. For edification's sake, I read it word for word.
Come on.
Because we had to keep in mind also when we're doing these lessons, certain brothers may not be built up enough to know the scripture, so we'll bring it out for edification sake. It says this is Ephesians 6:11. It says, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness, and against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, which is the elite, man. Esau.
Can you read the top?
Yep. Quick. Verse 12, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Man, that's deep, man. Because we in this valley of shadow of death right now, and the only life there is us through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Yep.
That's real spiritual. And these devils knows of us. These elites watch us, They know about us.
Right.
And it says in the scriptures, it's already prophesied in the scriptures, they're going to come in as a flood too, being carnal. And who's going to be right there with us spiritually? Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yep.
He might send an angel or that power within us, that spiritual power is going to blast you motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
You know? And then say fleshly powers, hey, nigga, take out the strap and go against them. Nah, bro. Yahweh Shah save me, Get them, believe at the end of the day.
Right.
Having faith is spiritual,
Because niggas will put more faith in that carnal weapon than the powers of Yahweh Shah, man. Because you give a nigga a Bible or a pistol, he gonna pick the pistol any day. Because niggas is carnal, man.
They'll show you in these old movies too. Yeah. They might have a pistol laying on the Bible. Nigga just pick up the pistol, go outside, and that nigga shit, man.
Right. When if he knew the truth and knew the scriptures, he would pick up this weapon instead of that carnal weapon. Because this is gonna be the stability of thy times, man. Not a pistol.
Yeah.
Knowledge and wisdom and understanding these scriptures, man, which helps you to stay spiritual, is going to be what brings us through this time, man. Not no goddamn carnal weapon.
You see, a nigga have a hard time believing that.
Yep.
And it's because of you devils too, The wicked king, because y'all push that shit on us, man.
Yep.
Through these movies, Jake can clearly see that y'all blessed with the sword.
Right.
And here it is, he got a sword himself, and he think he can go against us. The people who got blessed with the sword, man.
Right.
Our spiritual power blessed them with the sword.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And a lot of niggas be raised by their mom, so they so emotional and so quick to want to get carnal with a nigga, man. You step on Jake's shoes, the first thing he want to do is pull a pistol out on you, man, because he's in that woman spirit, man. Because he was a man of the law or any kind of spirituality. It's Salakia or sorry, man, bro, I ain't mean to, everything okay, and deal with you that way. But nah, man, nigga want to get carnal with you. Yeah. So, to sum up everything, be spiritual, man, and not carnal, because carnal leads to death. All right. Carnality leads to death, Salakia. But if you ain't have anything else.
Hey, that was it right there. We hope you brothers got edified, you that's watching through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And once again, I want to give all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honors to our apostle and elder, great millstone. And Shalom.
Shalom.